Well, hello friends, welcome back. It's Lady Cinnamon, and if you're new, I want to thank you for visiting me today. And today, guys, I'm going to be doing a compilation video, if you will, of just spring and Easter decor. But if you like, please don't forget to hit the bell, subscribe, and you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. And don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So guys, I picked this bunny up from Hobby Lobby, very inexpensive. It was a great sale, and I'm going to be doing decoupage with this craft paper. Now you can use tissue paper, you can use any type of design, maybe some abstract design. It doesn't have to be flowers. This is just what I was going for the spring season, and I basically cut them out as little or as much as you like. It's up to you. And all you're going to need besides that is some Mod Podge and a brush. I would prefer maybe a regular brush instead of a sponge brush, so you don't have to worry about maybe ripping the paper that you're using. And that's basically all there is to it. You just want to make sure that you apply a little bit of the glue or the Mod Podge to the actual piece that you're using, whether it's some type of figurine or a bottle. And then after you apply the Mod Podge, you'll go ahead and apply the craft paper, tissue paper, whatever you're using, and then you want to go back over it with some more Mod Podge, and that's basically all there is to it. I love this craft because it can be done with children. You're not using anything like a hot glue gun or anything, so it's perfect. And as you can see, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and it has this beautiful glaze on it. So for my next DIY, I'm doing this really cute egg topiary, perfect for Easter. And as you can see, I'm just using some leftover craft paper that I was using to paint something with. Of course, you can buy or purchase a cone, but this is how I make my own cones, and it's very, very inexpensive. And if you want it to be a little sturdier, all you have to do is just apply a little bit of foam board on the bottom. You can get all this from the Dollar Tree, or you can even use cardboard in your home to be very, very budget friendly. And that's all there is to it. So the way I'm going to construct this beautiful egg topiary is I'm going to be using some leftover burlap. You can use any fabric that you have on hand, maybe even make it whimsical, but you're not really going to see it, so I would recommend not using anything too expensive. I chose to go with this color because I'm going to be using it as a base for the topiary tree, and I'm going to be applying some of that moss from the Dollar Tree. So now that you can see it's all completely covered, I'm going to be using nothing but Dollar Tree items, and I got a couple of packs of these eggs, and all I'm going to do is remove the actual little string from the top of it, and that's basically it. You can use as little or as much as you want. And I'm going to also be using some of this Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree also. And I'm just going to be applying this in between the eggs on the actual topiary. I was thinking about putting it on afterwards, but I decided to put it on ahead of time and then work my eggs around it. But it's just to give it more texture, and that's basically it. And right here, as you can see, I'm protecting my fingers and with the finger guard from the Dollar Tree also. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of hot glue to get that Spanish moss to stick. And then after that, I'm just applying my eggs randomly. There's no rhyme or reason to this, just apply them wherever you want them to go. Like I said, as little or as much as you like. So now that I've applied a lot of my eggs, I'm going to go ahead and use this. This is basically a pick from the Dollar Tree. I like the color of these little pink flowers, and I'm going to be just taking off the ends of this and applying those in between the eggs, just to give it a little pop of color to make it look a little bit more like spring. And I love the aesthetic. I'm going with pink. You can go with white, yellow, green, whatever color you should desire. Now that I have enough of those placed strategically, I'm going to go ahead and glue this to a base that I previously had, which I painted black. But before I do, I wanted to add a little bit of this pick berry. It's white. It's so pretty. And I wrapped it around. I got that from Amazon, and I'm gluing this to a Dollar Tree base. And guys, this is all there is to it. It's very, very quick and easy, but it looks very high end and I love it. You can pull this out year after year and use it in your decor because it's a timeless piece and it's so beautiful. And actually, you'll really like the way the colors are. You can change the color scheme to what your decor is, and it's just perfect. So for my next DIY, I'm going to be using that same pick that you saw me clip the flowers off of. And this right here is something I had left over from a previous DIY I didn't like. So I basically painted it down. As you can see, I'm using the leftover eggs from that previous project. And once again, I'm just pulling off or cutting off the little string on the eggs. And we're going to go ahead and assemble it. Now, as you can see, I don't throw anything away. It's the pick from the previous DIY, and I'm just going to take those foam eggs from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to push them down on the tips of these where I cut off the other flowers. And guys, I say all the time, just if you're a crafter or if crafting is something that you do like to do, try to keep all of those pieces that you would normally throw away, because you can see how I'm recycling this and saving money and not buying another pick. And it's just a really great fun idea of saving money when you're crafting, because crafting can get a little expensive. And yeah, now next thing I'm going to do with that pot that I basically painted white, and these are from the Dollar Tree also, they come in a 2-pack. I'm just going to apply a little bit of Easter like Dollar Tree ribbon and basically cut it to fit, glued it on, and I'm adding a little bit of leftover foam and a little bit of the moss from the Dollar Tree. And as you can see, this looks so amazing. Another item that it doesn't look like something that you made. It looks like something you would maybe purchase in a Hobby Lobby or a Home Goods, any decor store, and it looks so pretty and I love it. So for this one, I got this R from the Hobby Lobby on a great sale. Always go by the clearance section. They always have lots of items. It might have a little nick or something on it. And I'm going to be using these little flowers. I picked these up, or I think I ordered them rather, from Amazon in a pack. And all I'm going to do is glue these in place. I'm using an initial. You can do this with maybe a vase or something, but I wanted to do it as an initial and use this in my office as decor, or maybe my coffee bar, little areas like that where you want a little pop of color for seasonal items but you don't want to break the bank. And this is very affordable, very quick and very easy, and just hot glue and flowers and this letter, and it's really simple. Now, I wanted mine to stand up. I didn't want to hang it up, so I'm using these little blocks from the tumbler game, once again from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just gluing them together. Actually, I think I probably over glued these and put too many on the back. Really, actually only 2 would have been fine. But you know, hindsight. But yeah, very quick, very easy, and this was the way that you will be able to get this to stand up and not have to lean against anything. It'll stand on its own, and I absolutely love the way this looks. A really fresh pop of color, and it's nothing like flowers or florals for bringing in the spring for decor. Now in this, I'm going to be using actually leftover items from the Valentine's Day. And these I picked up in the gardener section of the Dollar Tree. All of the items that I'll be using are from the Dollar Tree, except for some leftover items. And this was from leftover from Christmas. I'm going to be painting these both in black, and these are going to be used for 2 DIYs, and I just wanted them to dry down ahead of time to just save time. This I got from Hobby Lobby in the clearance section at the same time, and these other items I got from the Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to go ahead and paint this in white, and I'm also going to paint out these flowers from the garden section in white, and to make them look like actual sunflowers or daisies, I'm going to put a little yellow in the middle and then go back over it and put a little bit of like brown colored dots in the middle to give it that effect. And I also went into the orange yellow I used, and I'm pulling it out. I'm not actually doing anything except just dipping into that paint and pulling it out with just to give it some contrast. And then I'm going back in with a thinner pointed brush, and I'm just putting in those little, looks like little sunflower seeds or something. I don't know, guys. I'm just going with the flow. And yeah, for this, now that this one is dry, I'm gonna go back. I've already painted this out previously, as you saw, and it says he is risen. All I'm going to do is just match this up to the edge and go ahead and glue it in place. And I got this from, like I said, from the Hobby Lobby in the clearance section. And I'm using a pick from the Dollar Tree just to add in a little bit of spring flowers. I like the lavender. I think it looks really cute. And a little ribbon from my ribbon box from my crafts. And just to give it a little bit more of a finished look. And I think it looks beautiful. And the contrast with the black and white is absolutely gorgeous. So for my last DIY, now that this piece has dried, I'm going to go ahead and start assembling this. And this little fence, it looks like a little picket fence to me, which is why I painted it white. I love the contrast, like I said, for if you want to do any neutral decor with the white on the black. I'm just going to go ahead, hot glue that in place. I'm going to use these at the top. I'm just going to glue them in. And now I have this left over from previous projects. I'm going to go ahead and just clip these to size, and this is grapevine wire. And yeah, like I said, never throw anything away, guys. Keep everything. And I'm going to glue these in place to make it look like stems, and take a little bit of clippings from Dollar Tree picks that may have been left over also, to just really give it a full effect. And I'm going to glue these where I would think that or imagine leaves would be growing out of these metal flowers. So guys, I love the way this turned out, and actually all of them. So if you like them, also don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell so that way you'll know that whenever I upload a new video, and just hit it twice so you'll definitely know. And guys, I just want to thank you so much for hanging in there with me. For new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. I love you guys. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.